Greetings! In this video I will try to show you how you can improve your Chinese bootleg Megadrive cards. So these here are actually bootlegs. I got them from the internet, from eBay actually, and it may not show on the camera now, but you can tell those are bootlegs. They're quite cheap. They feel cheap and light. Plastic is a bit squishy, and the labels, while actually they're not bad, but they're not cut and centered flawlessly. So basically these are bootlegs. We know that. And as you can see, I have like all kinds of cool shmups that are really hard to find and really expensive normally. So that's the point for me for getting these things. And they work pretty well, but there's a problem with them. Problem is that when you try to insert them, that's my Genesis, by the way, they are really hard to insert. The connector here is very blunt and square, and when you try to put it in your machine, really I fear it can damage your console. So that's not a good thing. So I tried to compare with a regular genuine card and see if this could be fixed, and I actually found that yes, it could be fixed. Here I've done these two already, and I can insert them fairly easily, and likewise take them out. Just works like regular card. Easy. This one or this one, I haven't done anything to them, and they're really hard. Seriously, I won't do it because I know it's gonna be painful for that poor Genesis. So let's try to fix Alice up. So we'll take a look at the PCB inside, and really, if you don't believe me yet that they are bootlegs, now you will, because here's what it looks like. So that's definitely not your regular Genesis card. So what we do actually is we'll sand it. That sounds a bit crazy, but that's actually how it works, because this is like square cut and it's very blunt, and if you compare it to this one here, this is wedge shaped and smooth. So what I do is I sand it quite simply. This is a sanding block. I don't think you really need it, but I have it and I like it, so I use it. And this is 220 grit sandpaper. That is my usual go-to general purpose sanding paper. So what I do is I sand every side a little. And just surface like that, and then I finish by making it wedge shaped. Actually, there's a lot of material we can take out on this thing. This is my first video with this camera, and it's kind of crappy. I mean, everything is dark, but hopefully you will see enough. So I hope it's not too bad. I'll just remove just a bit again. Just want to give it a nice round shape. That sounds crazy, right? Sanding your cards like that. Believe me, it makes a hell of a difference. If you are to get some of these cards, I really, really hope you do this. So, okay, I think that one is good enough. So we'll just clean it a little. So this is alcohol here. Just remove excess dust. Great. So, alright, let's try it. So the glove top here goes on the label side. Just remember it. If you take it apart and don't know what side is what side, it goes on the label like this, and then you just close it like that. And be careful when you screw it back, because the plastic can strip really easily. Sweet, let's try it. So, it was pretty easy. Definitely better than when the card is in original state. Ooh, it's kind of working. I don't have a controller, sadly, so I'm not going to be able to do any kind of playthrough. But yeah, that's your game. Working properly out of a glob top. Being... I like that tune. Alright. So, that one is fixed. I'm happy. Okay. But I got a problem now. This one here, I haven't done anything to it yet, but there's a problem with this one. This is, by the way, Super Turtle Battleship. And this is actually a Korean game. Quite obscure. And it's actually, it looks and feels even cheaper than all the other bootlegs. But the problem is that there's no screws. It's like glued shut. So I tried like... But I don't want to wedge it and do something bad to it so it's broken and I look like stupid retard on the camera. So I have a secret weapon. Those things that you probably know what they are. They're usually for your nails. But I'll use them on the cart. I'll try to improvise. Small tip. So basically I'm doing the same thing that I did on the other one, but it's more of a precision job. Alright, and let's do it like that. Oh, that, I think I'll use the other side, it's softer. Alright, let's go all in. Jeez. Alright, a little bit on the other side. So hopefully, well, you know that I never done that before. It's the first time I tried this. And hopefully that will work fine. Otherwise I'll look like a fool because this is live TV, guys. Real-time things. Great. I think that's enough. And I don't have any Q-tips now, so I'll just improvise with this thing. Just remove the dust. Dry it up. Alright, nice and dry. Let's try this. It's still a bit hard. Yeah, it's hard. I don't like that. I think I'll remove more material. Just make sure you keep a slight angle so as to not like send the contacts. You just don't want to do that. Alright? I think actually that PCB is a bit warped, so maybe that doesn't help. Bootlegs. That's what you get when you buy bootlegs. Let's go all in. Actually, I don't really care if I won't ruin it, man. It's gonna be okay. Really, I'd be scared doing something like that if it was not on bootlegs, but on bootlegs, that's fine. I'm making them better. Take two. Well, I think this one, maybe the PCB is too thick or something. I don't know, it works, but I think it's better than it was, because initially that was the worst of all these bootlegs. It's probably made elsewhere than... By the way, if you don't know that game, it's kind of funny. You're in a boat, like with rows and all, and you shoot at both cannons and people shooting arrows at you. Very diverse. See, that's the problem, and they're hard to get out. So I think I'll have to revisit this one, but hopefully you get the idea. And these cards, those with the screws, they're better than this. Somehow they... I don't know what's the problem with this one. It's definitely... I think it's warped, just by looking at it. It's not a problem of angle or thickness. Looks like the PCB has a curve, and I don't think that's very good when you insert it in the console. So well, hopefully that's useful to some of you people. And remember, if you buy bootleg Chinese Megadrive cards, don't forget to apply the sandpaper to them. Otherwise your Genesis might not like you. And bad things happen when, you know, you don't get along with your console. That's very important. Get along with your console. Damn it, how do you close that thing?